what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Auto Transport Intel. It is Wednesday, and this is a special live event. This is Automotive Logistics and Supply Chain Global Live in Detroit. So Ty is live in Detroit. We're going to go to him in just 1 second. I just want to say thank you so much for joining us today. Please do leave a like. You know, you can share this. You can grab the copy button and send it to a friend and let them know. We're live in Detroit right now at the Automotive Logistics Conference. Go ahead and jump in the live chat and say hello. What's up, Ants? Thank you so much for saying hello. And I just want to take a couple minutes and just say, you know, so we're live in Detroit. We're at the Automotive Logistics Conference, and we're a media partner with Automotive Logistics. Thank you so much, Automotive Logistics, for this opportunity to be with you. I'm watching. I'm online watching. I'm the virtual side. Ty is live physically at the conference on the physical side. We talk about the industry ecosystem, and so we're here to focus on this is finished vehicle logistics and supply chain. We talk about it is the hybrid, so we're seeing it digital meets physical. You know, Ty showed up last night. He took a look in and he got into the room, and then we saw that, and then there was a reception last night with Keenan, Engel, and they were giving away and taking photos, and you know, it's underway. And then here, this morning, this was the beginning of the conference. Kelly Bysouth with Christopher Ludwig, and then there was another session Neemish was hosting, and then we had we went into Optimize to Thrive. We've got the photos. I'm watching online. Ty is live there. Let's go say hello to Ty. Let's go live to Ty now. Ty, there we go. You can see me. You can hear me okay? Oh.
I want to start this one off with the man, okay?
It's Neemish.
Neemish?
Hey,
nice
how are you?
This is, Jay.
Hi, Jay. How you doing?
Hey,
So-
Neemish.
Jay might have a question for you. Jay, did you have a question for Neemish?
Well, so I know, Neemish, you had a session earlier, right? And will you tell us more about that session, who you had on, and what you all talked about?
Yeah, sure. So we were talking about sustainability, the pathway to accelerating to net zero. So talking about sustainability, right? Which is, of course, the number one issue right now. So, what the OEMs were doing, we had OEMs from Toyota, Honda, and GM. We also had a service provider from Keenan on the session as well. And then we're talking about some of the things that they're implementing to help drive forward sustainability issues. And of course, that's all about, reducing CO2 emissions, some of the partnerships and collaborations that they're working on, across the supply chain with their suppliers to help drive that forward, right? I mean, this is essential right now. So we need to move the dial on, cutting CO2 emissions, putting in, measurements to measure the CO2 footprint, right? And, these guys are working on that right now. They work with this Sustainable Supplier Partnership for the Environment. So that's a group they've formed a collaborative group that's helping to bring the OEMs and the suppliers together so they can come together and talk about, put those measures in place and then start to measure, of course, the CO2 emissions in the supply chain, and then start to take action as well. So, yeah, great session.
So, what's the name of the group again?
The Strategic Partnership for the Environment.
Strategic Partnership for the Environment. And that's kind of like a collective group of this guy, that guy from different parts.
Yeah, so they're an NGO, basically. So,
NGO, okay.
Yeah.
And so it's attainable.
Yeah.
It's something we can do. Did you feel like when you were in there in the presentation, the panel and everything, there's this energy?
Absolutely,
We can dominate this. We can handle it.
Yeah, I mean it's a long path, right? I mean it's not easy. That's the challenging part. It's not easy because you've got clear issues in the supply chain right now.
Yeah.
You've got driver shortages. You've got increased demand. You've got financial pressures on everybody as well. So these things aren't easy, but you have to do something, right? And
Start the conversation.
yeah, start the conversation. Some of the things that they're doing is putting in scorecards and those kind of things. So at least you can see, collecting the data that they need in order to measure and then take action, right? Because if you don't know where you need to take action, how are you going to take action?
Yeah. And so one of the things that I learned that I get excited about is this tier 1, tier 2, right? And so learning about that, we're talking about the CO2 and the footprint, and they're like, well, what are you talking about? We just haul cars. We're just car haulers. We're not doing a CO2 footprint, right? Well, you start talking about the guy that makes the footprint, the guy that makes the steering column, the shifter knob. Okay, that guy has to get his material somehow, right, to his place to manufacture that. Then he's got to get it from his place to the plant, right? So there's actually a lot of working parts that, as car carrier guys, we don't think about. And so it is a big conversation, and it is an important conversation, and it will have an impact on us.
Yeah, absolutely. And ultimately, the car hauliers, they're starting to measure their CO2 footprint as well, right? I mean, when you talk about electric vehicles, the weight of them, the weight increase, that's a big challenge coming down the road as well, right? So, because of the weight increase, you're going to transport fewer cars. That means that increases the number of trucks on the road, which then increases your CO2 footprint. So,
right. And then the trucks, they've got to catch up with the EV world,
absolutely,
which is a challenge.
What's the best model around that, right? Is it battery? You think about a battery electric powertrain.
So many questions
on a truck, right?
Yeah.
Crazy. That increases the weight there as well, right?
Right. So we're talking about these things on Auto Transport Intel with some of we've got some friends that are transporters for the OEMs, different Hyundai, Kia, Ford, blah, blah, blah. And we're already having that conversation. Are we going to weigh out before we cap out, on a length? Because they're getting longer, they're getting heavier, and everybody wants them faster. And so a lot of different parts that I don't know how we're going to figure it out.
Yeah. What's the solution? Is it electric, or is it hydrogen, or is it alternative fuels?
We will see
what's going to happen. It's an exciting time,
chips
right?
too, right? Yeah. I'm waiting for that conversation.
Did Neemish, did you see during the learning lunch they were talking about the chip shortage and the amount of units lost and when we might get back on track? That was amazing.
Yeah, we just had a presentation with Brandon Mason, right, from Eason. He was giving a forecast. So, yeah, I mean, some of the things that he was talking about is, well, this isn't going to be over anytime soon. So, there's different things happening in other parts of the world that impact that as well, right? So things that are happening in China, material shortage, all those kind of things are all impacting everything, right? So, yeah.
Well, we are so happy you took the time to visit with us.
Pleasure.
And thank you
so much, Neemish. Really nice visiting with you. Thank you very much.
Go talk to some of your exhibitors and help promote them and their business for being here as well. So
thank you very much.
We'll talk to you later. Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Thanks,
see you, Neemish. Thank you.
Walk this way and keep talking. Keep it up. He likes
if you're joining us now, so Ty is walking down the hall towards the exhibition booth area. He's about to start talking to some booth exhibitors. Let's go live with Ty and see.
Sure. I'll be waiting for you.
Okay, I don't know if you guys can see behind me, but I've got this freight verified. So let's see how busy they are. Is this freight verified? Did I make it to the right place?
You did. Are you looking for Lindsay? No.
I need to learn more about freight verified. That's what I'm trying to figure this out. So my name's Ty, and this is Lawrence. And Jay, turn it around. We want to see Jay. Here, I'll show you. Watch this. We'll get Lawrence. Whoa, sorry.
Oh, we
There's
know
Jay.
Jay.
You know Jay?
Yeah, what's up,
Yeah,
Christine?
Jay
How are
knows
you
us.
doing? Yeah.
How you doing?
Okay,
I'm doing
turn
great.
it
Great, you can't see us.
You can
Wow, that's all right.
get closer.
Well, this is
'cause I
about
like-
you.
Jay's
It's
got a
all
lot
about
of-
us.
Well, but there are people that don't.
Yeah. So Jay, why are you not here? Are you still in? I think you're in Missouri or Kansas
Kansas
City.
So I'm in
right?
Kansas City. I'm manning the channel while Ty is live at the show. This is true hybrid. This is how hybrid works
We're
now.
doing hybrid live at a conference.
Live hybrid.
So Freight Verified. Tell us your name.
Christine.
Christine.
Yes.
And what is Freight Verified? Or what do you do at Freight Verified?
A little bit of everything.
You wear a lot of hats.
I do.
Good. And so, how long have you been with Freight Verified?
A little over 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah,
Good.
2.5.
Growing.
Growing.
And so, what are you growing? What do you?
We're a visibility provider. We're not a 3PL, we're not an LLP, we're a visibility provider. So we provide visibility of people's supply chains real time. We track part shipments going into assembly manufacturing. We track vehicles from assembly plants to dealers. We track aftermarket parts from supplier all the way to dealers. For automotive, healthcare, mining companies, LLPs. Yeah. So our whole vision is visibility, right? How do we provide real-time visibility, and whether it be a sensor on a tow connecting to the vehicle through like OnStar or their connected vehicle, or tracking all the trains, planes, rail cars, haulaway providers, trucks on the road.
So we live in a narrow world, which is used cars pretty much.
Yep.
Some new cars, and we just pick them up, we put them on a truck, and we drop them off.
Yeah.
And we think we did a good job.
Yeah.
So, in the process of, say, being a driver or a fleet owner, I'm just happy to get the load on safely and get the load off safely. But you're saying, if I think I hear you right, the shipper is wanting to know where we are.
At all times.
At all times.
Current location of the vehicle, and then a predictive intelligent ETA when you're going to arrive. So if you think of a vehicle that leaves out of Korea and has to go ocean, be inspected, processed at a port, goes rail, be inspected, processed at a rail yard, gets handed to then your haulaway, right? It's from that journey from Korea all the way through providing them an ETA from 50 days ago, and continue to update that. And then when it gets on your truck, continuing to provide an ETA based on miles left to travel, weather, traffic, as you're in transit to their dealership or to the auction house or to wherever your customer is.
So the question in my simple mind is if I have 9 cars on that maybe go to 4 different places, are you keeping track of the car on my truck? Or both? So you need to make friends with the actual carrier, the company. Right.
So we integrate with all the carriers, either telematics or TMS systems.
TMS, we
So
know that
we
term.
understand, okay, on this load, you have 3 cars for the Chevy dealer, and you have 2 cars for the Nissan dealer, and you have 1 car for Honda or whatever, and we can see where those are going. And
Real
we keep
time.
track real time.
And it starts all the way from what I call the car is born. So we have a new one.
So in the past, we only provide this visibility to the shipper, to like the GM or the Fords. We launched a new product called VinView that now the GM dealers, and we're launching this with other OEMs, the GM dealer can see their car at all times from the time it left the assembly plant all the way to their dealership with an ETA.
Okay, this sounds like breaking news. Do you have the breaking news, Jay? Where's that breaking news?
Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, this could be breaking news. Christine, can you hear me okay?
You're a little quiet. Can you
I'm
be
a little
louder?
quiet. I know.
It's
and
our audio.
Right, it's the phone.
That's
I know.
okay.
So let me just ask you this, Christine. You can run with it. What is the number one problem that you've got potential clients saying they need you to help solve?
So today, especially now more than ever, dealer inventories are at a record low. If you drive by any dealership, any brand, there's no inventory in the lots. And traditionally, dealers order their inventory stock and they sell off their lot. They didn't care when a car was coming because they had enough inventory on their lot. Now dealers don't have inventory, so they're really dependent on knowing their in-transit material, the bins, when are they going to be there with an ETA, and almost all those stock vehicles now are pre-sold. A dealer already has a customer because they're waiting. So with our solution, a dealer can see on VinView at any time, like where the VIN is, if it's sitting at the railhead, if it's sitting at a port. And a dealer can sign up for alerts, either text or email with, okay, the VIN arrived at the Port of Newark, it's being processed, and it will be at your dealership in 12 days. And then it leaves the Port of Newark, the VIN's now on a rail car, coming to your dealership, will be there in 9 days or whatever. And it's constantly upping, and they constantly can see on the map where their VIN is at all times. And then they can search and say, if they're a Cadillac dealer, I always want to see my Escalades. Man knows what I want to know, right? So they can set alerts, they can send certain filters, so they can constantly always see with this interactive map and status updates of where every single bin is.
Okay. So just curious, and not my business, but if I'm a That would be OEM, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Am I going to pay for this service per VIN? Is that how that works, or is it just like a subscription base?
It's subscription based. So
Subscription. So it's X dollars. I can factor that in as an expense, but the expense is data. Just like, I don't know if you were in there a minute ago before lunch, those guys talking about the importance of knowing the data.
Yep.
So you're
we
kind of
are
a data.
integrator. We take data.
I was just gonna
every
say,
source. TMSs.
she's a data. You have a data company.
We are a data integrator,
Yeah,
right?
there we go.
We consume. I think of us as a sponge. We consume data from everyone. Service providers, OEM, everyone in the ecosystem. Even we consume data from the vehicle. The vehicle can tell us the position when they turn it on or off and put it on your haulaway. I get a position update. And I also know, does the car have low tires?
Yeah.
Does it have low battery? Does it have low fuel? So we consume all of that, put it in a nice, pretty UI, but have unbelievable reporting and business analytics back out. And we integrate back out to their systems. So we are a data integrator. We're all about big data and how do we make it user friendly and people can take business action on it,
Right.
to drive the better
And
outcome.
I think I met Lindsay
Yeah.
earlier, and I think she said something like real time. Is that the question?
So
That's
we
the
are
big-
real time. And traditionally in the finished vehicle space or even in the inbound space, you get a carrier left and a carrier right. But that transit could be anywhere from 50 miles to 3,000 miles, right? And you wouldn't get updates along the way unless you made your carrier do check calls,
Right.
right? Here, we're connected to their telematics, the ELD in the device,
Okay.
through
So
either
like-
the TMS or the telematics provider.
Okay.
And on haulaway, every 5 to 15 minutes, we're getting a location update of
And
that truck going down the road. On rail, it's at every CLM message, every car read. On ocean, it's every 20 to 30 minutes. We get a vessel ping where those vessels are on the ocean. So for us, that's real time.
So is it attached to your device?
No,
Well,
so we
it's
consume,
plugged
right,
into
the ELD,
Okay.
right? We
I'm sorry.
consume off the
I'm slow.
ELD.
You
Yeah.
got it. That's where you're getting, and it's
Yeah.
pinging. Is that the word?
So,
or
well,
is
the
that
ELD, I mean, right? The ELD,
yeah.
thanks to the federal mandate, most carriers have to have them. So we either integrate into the carrier's telematics provider
Okay.
or into their TMS, which is consumed from the ELD.
Right.
To know that.
Now we know where the truck is. We know
where
the
the
car
truck
is. And we report it back in real time, which enables everybody to not just get the vehicle inventory,
Right.
but everybody wants to sell it.
So really important, month end, quarter end, right? To really understand. As, if you think of sales campaigns and promotions, like can end on certain dates, it's really important for
Yeah.
dealers to know, I'm going to get these 15 bins before that expires.
Wow.
It's pretty
amazing.
exciting.
So one last question, I'll let you go. 'Cause, I think you did an amazing job, but we're talking a lot about new cars. And I heard you mention you do some medical as well, some other parts, but how about used car space? Have you tapped into the used car space?
So not yet, but we want to. So we can. And it's funny, we were just having a discussion yesterday with the team saying, why aren't we talking about the remarketing vehicles? All the vehicles coming off lease. Why aren't we talking about everything going to auction houses or leaving auction houses?
Right.
So that's our next step.
So that would be the fleet lease companies, probably
Right.
like finance companies that have a lot of assets.
Right. Or even companies like Cox Automotive that move about 7 million vehicles a year or something, I think they'd be in it, right? So they have Manheim, right? Everything going into
Yeah.
everything coming off lease.
It's going through their systems.
Even to like the, I think about the Enterprise and the Hertz and the Avis rental car companies.
Right.
If they know with certainty that a vehicle's going to be arriving to them, they can put it in service maybe a day earlier,
Yeah.
which is $30 to $60 more revenue for one day.
Yeah. Big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it doesn't sound like $30 a car for one day. Not a big deal.
But these rental
Times
car companies
thousands,
I think they
Hundreds of
buy,
thousands.
depending on the size of the rental car company, they buy 300,000 to 1 million cars a year. So
It's huge.
$30 a day, one day times 1 million.
Has everybody got the calculator out there? Adding that up. It's a big segment.
Right.
Thank you so much for your time. Jay,
Jay, sorry
I
you're
lo-
not here. Am I going
I-
to see you in California next month?
Well, maybe we might be doing this again, but I'm gonna tell you this: for my money, I'm loving this right here. Thank you.
Good
All
stuff.
right. Well, nice to see you virtually,
Thank
Jay.
you.
Yeah,
Nice
good to
Nice
see you
meet you.
virtually.
That's great.
Hi, nice to meet you.
We'll see you.
That's the
Grab some
world we
candy.
live in now.
Yeah. Oh, they got candy.
Grab some candy.
So, hey, Becca, one more quick question for you.
You
This
should
is a
know
good
these.
one. Take one of these with me. Why do you come to a conference?
So, we're a relatively small company. We started with, our two big customers are Ford and GM. Now we want to expand, right? And so for us, it's brand recognition. We had done almost zero marketing until we started coming to conferences.
Which I think I met you guys, or Jay. Were you at Baltimore 19? See, I think we saw you, didn't
Baltimore.
know you.
Yep.
And that, just in that short time, you guys have grown a lot.
We took over all of finished vehicle visibility for Ford since then. So we have all of brand GS.
Congratulations. That's awesome work. All right.
Take care.
We'll let you go. Thank you.
Thank you, Christine. That's awesome.
Take care.
Yeah, we'll see ya. Speaking of Ford, yeah, hashtag Ford video guy last night. Great job. Keep it going. Ty, Lawrence, you guys are doing awesome. Keep going.
I'm coming. I got to find. Here's Bart. We can go talk to Bart. But when's Andrew coming back?
He just
So if you're just joining, Ty is live in Detroit. He's in the exhibition booth area at the Automotive Logistics and Supply Chain Global Live Conference.
This will be good.
Here we go.
We're promoting your company live.
are you?
We
Okay.
have a pretty good audience. Car haulers, auctions, dealers. We're not into the freight so much. Right? But my name's Ty. There's a guy on the other side of this. He's sitting at a desk and his name's Jay.
Hello, Jay.
Hey.
What's your name?
My name's Tammy.
Tammy?
Oh, okay. I see it.
There's us. That's
Mhm.
not Jay. But anyway.
Oh, here I am. Hey, what's going
There's
on?
Jay.
There we go. Hey, nice to meet you. Thanks for joining us.
Now we
Thank
can
you.
hear it. This is a great idea. Go back to you, Jay. I know. I guess that'll mess it up. But anyway,
Okay. Yeah,
let's
back
look
to
at
you.
the name of the company. Let's start with that.
Okay.
We're with Tammy with, what's the name of the company?
AFMS.
AFMS. Now, what is AFMS?
AFMS. What we do is we work with customers to benchmark their carrier contract pricing. So on this right here, you'll see that shows parcel, LTL, FTL, USPS, ocean air freight, and rail. So what we do is we'll take the customer's data for a month, let's say, and we will benchmark that against their competitors and really determine what type of pricing they have compared to other carriers other customers in the industry.
So we're simple people. So let's break that down.
Okay.
Let's use parcel.
Mhm.
Okay, so give us an example of, you're talking UPS parcel?
UPS, FedEx.
UPS, FedEx. Okay, so we use UPS.
Okay.
So you go into UPS and you say, can I have your data for your
We go to customers that use UPS,
customers?
that use UPS. So they ship via UPS or FedEx.
Probably volume.
Mhm.
You're looking for a lot of volume.
Mhm. Yeah.
What happens? You go to
So we'll ask them for a month's worth of data of their UPS or FedEx shipping data, and then we'll take that and analyze it and compare that, benchmark that against other companies in their industry that ship parcel as well, and we'll look at the discounts that they've negotiated with the carriers versus the discounts that their competitors have, and we will show them where they stand in their negotiations with the parcel carriers in comparison to their competition.
Okay. So if I make foot pedals for cars, right? I make a lot of them. And I ship them from my shop to the manufacturing plant,
Mhm.
and I use UPS and FedEx.
Mhm.
And I made a deal with them because I'm such a big volume.
Right.
And my deal is they'll ship anything I send them for X dollars.
Mhm.
So you get that data benchmark.
Mhm.
Is that the benchmark?
Well, that is the data that we start with to do the analysis to benchmark against our database of customers.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry. There we go. Sorry about that.
I brought up the
Better?
website. I pulled the website
Oh, you put the website up.
Oh, he's promoting your company.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
up.
He's putting me on screen big.
I figured I'd just follow along here. Why not, right?
Why
Well,
not?
and that's really what we're talking about here. Is that this is a hybrid, right?
So we're doing a hybrid. So
I'm virtual.
2020,
You're there.
everything that went crazy.
Oh, yeah.
We're used to being out and people, that kind of people.
Mhm.
So we've had to adjust. Everybody's had to adjust.
Right.
And so now we're calling it the year of the hybrid because now we're back out. I'm out here like you, and he's still doing the hybrid.
I see. Okay.
We're still back into 2020 whenever nobody could go anywhere.
Right.
And there are still people that, don't get out.
Mhm.
Right?
Mhm.
So if we can bring information to them about services that you provide and offer,
Mhm.
there could be something beneficial for everybody.
Exactly.
Okay, so back to the UPS. You come in and you see that.
Mhm.
You get the data. You set it.
Mhm.
If you can save them money, I guess, what happens after you figure that out?
So we'll do the initial benchmarking analysis free of charge.
Okay.
We do that. And if they have negotiated terms that are awesome in comparison for their industry, and we're like, hey, you've done a great job, right? And we walk away because we can't save them any money. We only get paid off of savings. Mhm. So if there is opportunity there, what we do is we'll show them exactly via the services and accessorials, exactly where they stand and exactly where we think that they should be based on what's out in the market today.
Wow. That's big business.
It is. It can be.
Can
It
be
can
big
be.
business.
Mhm.
So finding the people that need that service, is that tricky, or how do you come about finding those people?
Well, we go to a lot of the trade shows, like this one here. I mean, we know that there's a lot of, automotive here, right? And a lot of our customers are in the automotive industry. So if you look at this here, these are some of our top global customers that we have. And these right here are all within the auto industry. And John Deere is one of our large ones that we're working with right now. We have Toyota, we have Honda, Navistar, all of these are our current customers. And then, of course, these are just outside of the auto industry.
Yeah.
We have more than 3,000
Interesting.
clients that we've actually been able to provide this service for and save them money.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It really is.
So-
I'm sure they appreciate it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially with the parcel side, the contracts can get a little complicated, right? I mean, there's a lot packed into those contracts.
Well, excuse me, but so again, just being the kind of guy I am, you mean I have to have a contract to ship stuff?
If you want a discount,
Which, okay, now we're getting into what you said, complicated, meaning, so you want to make sure that I do X per month to get this deal?
from a carrier standpoint, when you're negotiating with UPS or FedEx, yes, there are volume commitments, there's revenue commitments. There's a lot of things in between the lines that you have to adhere to, or you could get penalties as a result of it. So not only do you want to make sure that you're competitive in comparison to your competitors that you're going against in your market, but you also want to make sure that the carriers are giving you a fair deal for the amount of business that you do. And it's not always the case. So that's what we try to do. We try to make sure that everybody's getting a fair deal for the amount of business that they're getting.
The amount of business getting carried. So you would be more of an advocate, I would assume, for the shipper.
Yes.
And then as far as the carrier, that's up to the carrier to decide if they want to make that deal or not.
Right. And well, the thing is everyone that works at AFMS, we all have a history working for carriers. Okay. So I personally came from UPS. I was there 35 years.
Wow.
I worked with their enterprise top tier customers, as did all of the guys that are here today, either FedEx, DHL, Tier 1. So those are some of the small parcel representatives that we have, all 15 plus years of experience in the industry negotiating contracts on behalf of the carriers. So now the twist twist is here is it's on behalf of the customers. And we have a lot of insight and intel that we can share to help them reach those savings.
Wow, that's amazing. So, and that's part of the reason that we're here today is, like you said, we're your customers here and you're finding new customers.
We are.
And it goes into what I keep saying about how amazing this conference is, because we don't, like us guys, we don't know this stuff. I mean, we know it, right? But you don't think about it in terms of how does this affect me and when I'm just here to pick up some cars and drop them off.
Right.
Well, everything's happening all the way around that do have an effect on what we do, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Tammy, you did amazing.
Well, thank you.
You really did.
Thank you
for
so
your time.
much, Tammy.
I'll
Thank
find
you.
I will.
emails
I will.
on that. What'd you
Okay.
say, Jay?
Thank you, Tammy.
Thank
you so much.
Appreciate
That
it.
was a good time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Mhm.
Very good. Okay.
So let's do this. Let's take a what we need to do. Hey, hang on. Hold him for a second. We've got Jason Wolf at Virtual Asset Tracking. Oh, he's going on. He's moving on to the next one. We're going to bring in Jason here in a minute.
Tell us what you did. Instead of, I'm going to sit by you. This is good. Remember Lawrence. This is Lawrence.
Lawrence, how are you?
Jay, you're
right.
showing Jay. Oh, where'd Jay go?
Okay, here I'm off screen. Here we go.
Hi, Jay.
My buddy
Hey,
Jay.
what's going on?
Okay.
How are you doing?
How are you doing?
Awesome.
He's awesome. He's
Great.
grabbing snack
Thank you.
time.
I got a cookie.
He's
in
been
hand.
working his butt off.
Great.
I should have Bart here. Bart's much more veteran than I am in explaining the
He'll be back.
end to end. He'll be back though.
Yeah, well, do you know much about what's Project 44?
Project 44 is an end-to-end real-time visibility provider. So at the end of the day, where is my stuff? You knew where I was going. Where is it? But it's more than just where is my stuff. It's also predictive ETA, giving you a feel for when it's going to arrive with a much higher accuracy than the carriers are typically going to provide you. It's a suite of solutions and a platform that allows you to enable slot booking. It has really a broad applicability across multiple modes, whether it's ocean, whether it's rail, whether it's truck, full truck, less than truckload. Gives you that ability to not only know where things are, but to also plan ahead so that I can maybe staff the BC differently. I can use data more efficiently so that I can challenge D&D charges possibly if they're coming at me, so that I know when something hits port, I know when something leaves. So if I'm getting charged, getting charged, I can challenge that oftentimes, but it's got real ROI tied to it. And then it also integrates with all of the major TMS providers, WMS, so that it's giving you the ability to work within a system that you're already comfortable with, or you can use our VOC. Yeah, visibility operations.
Visibility operations. We're learning new terms.
Yep,
exactly. And at real time, did I hear that?
Near real time.
Near real time. Okay.
Yep.
So meaning wherever you,
Yeah.
you do
Within a
just
couple of hours. So no. So So yeah. So we are really we serve multiple purposes. So here we're talking to shippers, folks that make things, folks that ship things, anything that we use is either transported over a plane, a train, a ship, or a truck to get there. We get visibility to that. We work with 3PLs, 4PLs, we work with carriers, but we've also got a massive network connectivity across all of them. So we're that connective tissue across all the carriers.
So do you see, obviously you see the whatever's being shipped, and you're not just in the cars.
Correct. So it can be folks that manufacture components, it can be tier one, it can be CPG, it can be retail. So think of, with the holidays coming upon us, all the port congestion, folks are typically ordering and shipping massive amounts of overstock to make sure that they've got it in inventory so that we can allow folks to plan more efficiently with better visibility. So, yeah, big presence in retail, big presence in CPG, big presence in high-tech manufacturing, and then just really starting to scratch the surface of automotive.
Oh, really? Okay. So
Yeah, so multiple
right.
verticals. Yeah, absolutely.
You heard it live here on Auto Transport. This is where it gets fun because we'll see you at another conference.
Yep.
And you'll be like, oh, dude, we're in the
now we're
cars,
crushing it.
rolling.
Now we're crushing it in automotive. Yeah, absolutely.
That's the way we like to roll. We like to catch the guy before he goes big. So you're going to go big.
Well, we're on a pretty good growth trajectory. We've acquired 3 companies this year. So we acquired 2 companies in the ocean, which was Ocean Insights and then Clear Metal. And then 2 weeks ago, we acquired a company called Convey out of Austin, Texas, which is final mile. So we've always been historically very strong in first mile, middle mile from a visibility standpoint. Now with the acquisition of Convey, we're very strong in the final mile, the last mile, and really bringing that Amazon-like experience that we all expect in the B2C world to the B2B world. So from a customer experience perspective, from a customer support perspective, now I really know how I can manage that visibility across all of those.
I'm just curious, because this topic kind of came up out in the parking lot conversation last night.
Okay.
Because as traditionally, I'm set in my ways, right?
Okay.
And I don't like to change.
You and me both.
Yeah. So when I'm a fleet guy, so I've got 20 trucks, I've got 30 trucks, 100 trucks, and I like to pick up a lot of cars in one spot and move them to another spot.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're getting into this. Just last night, we had a guy in Salina, Kansas, a Ford guy. He's on there telling us about the new Maverick, about how you can order it from Ford. It gets delivered to his place. He does whatever, and he ships it to you.
Mm-hmm.
And as a carrier, that should make me scared, or at least I'm scared. Maybe I shouldn't be. But for every one of those, that takes away from my big bulk load, my big volume.
Mm-hmm.
And if you said it, if there's this shift to let's make a car transaction equivalent to my book I bought on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is that our expectation from a customer, a consumer of products is I need it now, or if I don't need it now, I want to know where it is. I want to know when I can expect it. We give the visibility so that now in the B2B world, I can know when to expect it. If I'm talking semiconductors and it's a manufacturing line that's waiting, can I staff appropriately? Do I have the right assets in place to go ahead and move into production? So without advanced visibility, without predictive ETA, without knowing when it's going to arrive, I can't really staff accordingly, or at least I'll make spend that's unnecessary. So with that advanced visibility, we can bring more efficiencies to the manufacturing line, we can bring efficiencies to the planning line, we can bring efficiencies to the overall logistics. And with Final Mile now, I can bring that true customer experience, that white glove type of customer experience, not as a carrier, but as visibility into the data. Very, very data centric, and our connectivity allows me to really focus in on high quality data and serve users. Make sense?
Absolutely. It really does. The more, it's funny because the more I talk to you guys, the more I'm starting to understand and I'm starting to see, okay, this is why they want to know where their cars are, because there's a shortage of cars, there's a shortage of everything. If it's coming, I need to know when, because I've got to give it to consumers.
Yep.
B2B, I do find that really interesting.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Matt Poehler was just on stage as part of the panel discussion. First Brands is a customer of ours that just recently partnered up with us. They're a provider of aftermarket parts, oil filters, wiper blades, etc. And they've got a backlog of containers sitting out waiting, and they don't know when they're going to be able to get those to the auto zones and the O'Reillys and the mom and pop shops out there. And it's a continuous chasing with spreadsheets, chasing with phone calls, trying to find out from people where things are. And now P44 even mentioned it on stage. They're going to be able to take all of that manual labor of chasing that and be able to digitize that, be able to really reallocate labor in a more efficient.
Big time saver.
Yeah, huge time saver.
And we can do something with that guy that's wasting 6 hours a day looking at a spreadsheet trying to find something. We can maybe do something different.
Yep, we got a client who I can't name, certainly a provider in the automotive space that will tell you if you were to use them as a reference, they say $20 million next month, just in labor.
So I want to
That's a big
say
savings.
this. So I heard, I think it was during the learning lunch, Brandon was talking about emails that get lost and hours that get wasted, right?
Emails that get lost and hours that get wasted. Yeah,
Yep.
I heard that.
Yeah. So now I've got it digitized in a VOC or in my TMS or in whatever system of record, because we have that two-way integration into all these various systems of record. I have that available to me in service near real time.
That's amazing. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time. It's
Thank
really
you.
been fun.
No, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I did
really
too.
excited to see where you guys
Where's the
go.
next show we're going to be?
We're talking. I'll tell you what. Made a deal with Bart last night. Ashley.
Okay.
I said, I'll tell you what. We'll
You
give
mean that Ashley right
that
there?
Ashley. Ashley. She's hiding.
She's always there, though. She's always there.
Yeah, the lurker. We call her the lurker. What was I telling you?
Next show.
Yeah,
We'll
we're
see you
needing-
next.
What we need is some advertisers. Right?
Okay.
So we might make a deal with a company like you
All right.
to make sure we see you in Cali. Because that's
Okay.
the next one. You going to Cali?
California?
Here he goes.
I don't know
Finish
that I'll
with
be
the
there.
six.
That's
He's
what I'm
pitching.
in on them for.
Ashley,
Nice. That's pitching live.
are you going to Cali?
So you're
Sure,
you're
finish
watching.
with
Oh, here he
this.
is. He's still going.
Undecided yet. Tentative undecided.
All right.
We'll start first.
That's a definite maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're all talking about. That's what's one of the things that always comes
Okay.
up is
Thank you guys. We're going to get
while
out
you're
of
at
here.
a conference,
Yeah.
you're already talking about the
Thank you.
next conference, and that's.
Yes.
Thank you so much. That was awesome.
I think I got one more if they're here.
Dude,
We'll find
okay,
out.
if you got one more, because we're gonna lose Jason Wolf in a little bit.
Want to bring Jason in.
Okay, let's bring Jason in.
Yeah, let's bring Jason in, and I realize, thank you. I want to say, if you're still with us, number one, thank you for sticking with us. We know that we're pushing the patience. We do that. We're always pushing the patience live on Auto Transport Intel. And so thank you so much for saying hello. The thing is, automotive logistics and supply chain, it's a critical aspect of the entire from what do they say, from womb to tomb, right? Automotive logistics and supply chain is part of womb to tomb. So let's talk about visibility some more. We have Jason Wolf from ViLOG Asset Tracking. You guys know ViLOG, right? Here, let's do this. Hang on 1 second. Stay right there.
You must be exhausted worrying about delivering on the daily schedule, making sure everyone knows where to find the cars they need, knowing exactly where and when the cars need to go, and ensuring customers will get them on time. ViLOG uses the most advanced technologies to ease your worries. It shows you where each and every car is and tracks their entire delivery process from start to finish. ViLOG can also help optimize your logistics and processes. It can even notify you in real time of any vehicle exceptions. And the best part is, you can start immediately with no setup required. ViLOG is a ready-to-use service available on the web and mobile phone. You can get started today at vlog.io.
If you're watching Auto Transport Intel, you know ViLOG, ViLOG.io. Well, we have Jason Wolf of ViLOG Virtual Asset Tracking with us. So, Jason, did you get to see some of what we're doing here today?
Yes, I did. Hi, everybody. I loved Ty's interviews. So it was great to see Freight Verify and Project 44. Really interesting stuff you got going there. And for me, it's a pleasure because I haven't been in a physical conference for almost 2 years. So a way of life has changed, and now you get me to feel the rooms and the booths and everything that I'm so used to for the rest of my career.
And it's interesting you say that. That is why I've taken it upon. I could be there, but I thought I'll be here because, yeah, we're now in this weird amalgamum of, physical and digital. So I'm virtual, he's there, and that is actually part of the point, is to hopefully try to bring the trade show experience to to folks that can't go.
It's amazing. You're scaling a whole new industry. You're taking it to people like myself, halfway around the world. I'm actually speaking to you from the Middle East.
Right, exactly. You're halfway around the world. All right, so based on what you heard Christine talking about, and then I did not catch the gentleman's name at Project
Pat.
44.
Pat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Between Christine at Freight Verify and Pat at Project 44, did you make any notes? Were there any takeaways? Is there anything you wanted to talk about in reference to the, the global tracking and what's going on now?
Absolutely. I love what all these guys are doing, because they're basically solving what we see as the biggest challenge in this automotive industry. We've got tremendous abilities to manufacture with robotics and Industry 4.0. We've now got e-commerce where, I ordered my Tesla in Israel a few months ago. It took me like a few minutes online, configure it. It probably takes them less than 20 hours to manufacture that vehicle. And then the vehicle basically spends 18 weeks on average between the manufacturer's floor and the customer's door. And that's where ViLOG has transformed exactly what happens in that space. What I love to see what Freight Verify and Project 44 and these guys are doing, but it's kind of like SAP and Oracle in the ERP world. And now we've got AI and we've got all this crowdsourcing of data, and we can do things immediately and quickly in that span between the manufacturer and the customer, be it new vehicles or used vehicles, because you can deploy existing phones that people carry in their pockets that are super powerful. You can collect the data, create that virtual twin where you have the entire supply chain visible to you on your mobile phone, the truck drivers, the yard logistics, the PDI people, the dealers, everybody could see that. And you don't need those large, long, lengthy implementation processes anymore. So it's really exciting to see the industry is realizing the importance of digitizing, having that data real time, and being able to find each vehicle and what status it's in. It's not enough just to find the vehicles. You also have to know when that vehicle is going to be ready for pickup or when it's going to be ready for delivery to the customer.
It's really interesting also how, right, as inventory gets tighter, the need continues to grow for visibility of, since we don't have 20 and we're down to 5, where are they right now? And we do know, and it's really interesting to hear Christine talk about, we're already in new, maybe we should look at some more used, and that, it makes sense that would be happening, because we're getting more and more the customer right now. It's like, I don't care how old it is.
Yeah, I was talking to a customer of ours in the UK last week, and they're telling me that people are returning leased cars that used to be like those that you have to depreciate 20% in a year. Used cars are selling more than the customers got them a year ago. So it's a upside down world, and you're absolutely right. There's 400 million used cars a year that get sold, and really only 100 million new ones. So the opportunity is definitely for the foreseeable future going to be in the used car. And I think that's a really big opportunity that a lot of people are still not realizing.
I think the data is just coming out that we're in for like another year of this.
Yeah, Opel shut down their plant for the first time. An OEM, a major OEM, said that they're not producing any more vehicles till 2022, and that's three months more.
We're looking at, I think, I had actually, I captured, so let's see if I can share this. I captured some stuff that I was going to share live, and this is, okay, this is a session from earlier, okay. All right, here we go. Global chip impact, and okay, 10.5 million vehicles less overall impact. I think 10 is somewhere between 9 and 10.5 But this is the one I wanted to get to. So here we are. So we're a year from now where we are exceeding 100% in the microchip capacity. So we have another year to go. Right?
That is crazy.
Crazy. Because I know that, I mean, okay, Q4 2021, 95%, but it's still not enough to get anywhere ahead. So if you're behind on low inventory, you can't get ahead. We're not going to be getting ahead until a year. So those, we're going to get used to the spots empty in the dealerships. And not everybody can pre-order. So if you're relying on stock showing up at the dealership, you've got... Anyways, that's the information as I'm seeing it come in. And it's just fascinating. So visibility is more and more a precious commodity.
Yeah, and it's visibility and the insights that go with it. So you gave the example of a dealership. If I've only got 20% or 50% of the stock that I usually have, I better place those vehicles in the best-selling spots. So visibility goes beyond just knowing where a vehicle is and when it's going to be delivered in the old world. Now, artificial intelligence is able to calculate and tell me in that dealer's location, which spot was the quickest to sell a given vehicle. And you start to tie all this data in that comes from history and predicts the future.
I just want final thing I want to mention is that, so last night, because we're seeing build to order in headlines, and Brandon said it earlier. This is what I was waiting for somebody to say. He said, we're not going to see build to order in the United States for quite a while. And I'm glad that he said that. I believed literally everything else he said after that because I've been waiting for somebody to say that. That's literally impossible right now. Right now, it's build to anything. It's not build to order. So, hey, Jason, I know your time is limited. Thank you so much for joining us today, for watching that live stream and then post-analysis. That was cool.
Thanks so much for having me. And ViLOG's always happy to be with you, Jay and Ty. Thanks, guys.
Thanks very much. Jason. Thank you. Okay. All right. So we are, let's do this. We've been live for, almost an hour. Let's do, if you've got one more booth you want to talk to, one more interview, did you have anything you wanted to do?
Here, I can go for hours here.
I know. I know you can.
Do you want to know anything about these containers behind me?
Wait. Here, let me say this. Automotive logistics. Is there a booth on finished vehicle logistics? Because Freight Verify Project 44, that finished vehicle logistics, and that is that you have another. Is there another one of those that we can do?
There's a ton. I don't know what you're talking about, really, but like this guy right here, John, and do you see these containers here?
Let's do it. Let's talk to the containers, and then we'll after John, we'll let everybody go. Let's do it. Yeah, bring him in.
This is John. John.
Hello.
I want you to meet my buddy Jay.
Hey, John.
Hey, how are you?
How are you doing?
This is John. CHEP, right?
CHEP.
CHEP.
Yep, CHEP.
CHEP. Okay.
Okay, great.
Tell us what this is, CHEP. I've been curious because you guys, I walked by here and you got these containers, right? You see that? What goes in the container? No cars? You don't put a car in here, do you?
Don't put cars in containers.
No cars in container? Not that container.
Yes, but what CHEP does, is in Europe, they would call it, we provide container services for our customers, typically tier 1 or 2 automotive suppliers and or automotive OEMs. And what we do is we offer returnable containers as a service, okay? What we do is we will take a container like this, and let's say a customer in Michigan needs containers like this, we'll deliver them to their supplier or their first location in Michigan, okay? They will pack parts into them, could be anything that they need. They'll ship it to maybe their customer or their sister plant, maybe as far away as Mexico. They'll ship it down to Mexico, and then we will come pick up these containers from the location in Mexico and take them back to our service center in Mexico, not back to Michigan. And we'll have provided them the use of this returnable container as a one-way option and just charge them for that use. So they don't have to worry about managing it. They don't have to worry about shipping it empty back up to Michigan to be reused by their supplier. We just keep feeding more in. Okay? Returnable containers is a one-way solution.
It's a one-way solution. And so you guys have shippers. They put stuff in there. You pick it up.
Typically, what it will be is an automotive supplier of some type.
Automotive supplier. And how long have you guys been in business with CHEP?
In North America, we've been in business for a little over 10 years in the automotive space, but the company's been around since the 40s. Started in Australia after the war. There were thousands and thousands of pallets that were used all over the country, and the government invested in the pallets and shared them. Every business, nobody owned them. They were just all ready to be used and reused by everybody. And somebody saw an opportunity.
Pallets?
At the end of the war, wooden pallets. They bought all.
Are you guys listening to this?
This is history.
This is really cool. We love this stuff.
Yeah.
And started, charging people to share them.
Charging people to share the pallets.
And that's what we do here with these. I mean, we've got two customers that are competitors. They don't know each other from Adam, and they share containers with each other. They don't know it.
They don't know.
Yeah.
They know they're sharing with somebody, but they don't know what the next use is and stuff like this. And like I say, it's what our big business is people doing trade between, the Midwest of the United States and Canada, shipping down to Mexico and vice versa, because there's a lot of trade that happens in both directions. But we also do it with companies, like Tesla out on the West Coast, so East to West and things like this, but probably U.S. to Mexico is our biggest lines.
Right now, but we were talking earlier about somebody's making a new plant somewhere.
Oh, yeah, we were talking earlier about the folks at Ford that are opening up a new little campus of plants, because I think it's either 3 or 4 plants on the Tennessee-Kentucky border. They're building their first new assembly plant since, I don't know, the last one I think was like 1969. They're building an assembly plant to build the new F-150 Lightning, which is the E-truck, and then they're building battery plants and I believe electric motor plants, all in the same area.
That's crazy. And so that's opportunity for you.
You hope so.
Right. Because somebody's got to get the parts in the container to the new plants. Did you catch that?
Fascinating.
Cool.
Yeah, that's really fascinating.
And we do as well. And the interesting thing that we learn is we learn from everybody here that's at the show, even people that are in different businesses that we really don't touch, right? But everybody's
like us?
Like you, everybody.
like camera guy.
Yeah.
It's fun. Well, these guys, by the way, I've got to spend some time with, this was Patrick. I didn't introduce Patrick, but
hey,
this
Patrick.
is Patrick. Patrick, how long have you been here?
CHEP? 10 years.
10 years. Yep. Wow. That's a long time. John?
He's got me about a week.
Oh, really? Well, that's great.
We both hired in at the same time. CHEP started this automotive business that we have roughly 10 years ago.
Wow. That's really cool. And this is honestly one of the things I like is because I'm a relationship guy. I'll probably maybe never do any business with you, but I might know somebody that needs your service. Who am I going to think of? Patrick and John, right? And so this enhances, shows, demonstrates the things that I love, which are people, right? And having those relationships with people, especially in the car hauling world, is big because this is a relationship business, isn't it? Yeah. Even in the containers. Okay, guys, got it? Thank you so much, guys. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Patrick,
thanks very much,
John. That was great.
John
Thanks,
and
guys.
Patrick. That was interesting.
Now, good. Yeah, stuff
and
like that you just don't know.
And we're talking about then tier 1, tier 2, right? It could be anything as long as it fits in that container.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we're an hour in. What are you doing? What so?
Visibility.
What are you doing next? What are you doing next? What's next?
I believe I don't know what time it is, but I was trying to find.
Should be 3:30.
Okay, well I missed it. I wanted to go a guy I met and talk to him about something, but here's what I can do. We can wrap it up and I can start walking that way, and I promise you I'll run into more than one person.
Let's do it. Yep, let's do it.
Good with that?
I'm good with
All
that
right.
because you've got developing supply chains, or I'll bring it up on the screen. Keep going, Ty. What I'm bringing up on the screen is, this is where Ty again is. If you're just joining us, I'm bringing it up on the screen. Ty is at Automotive Logistics in Detroit. Thank you guys for your patience, for joining us. You can say hello in the live chat. You can ask a question about finished vehicle logistics and supply chain. Up next, developing supply chains for the automotive revolution. Oh, it's EV and battery supply chain stuff. So that is what, and I know you're hearing Ty in the background. So EV and battery stuff is up next. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. Oh, he's saying hello. Okay. Ty, it's all you.
Well, again, the I don't know how to say it, but the opportunity here is really good for connecting. It's good that we have the ability to show what we're talking about, and the people that I've met here have just been amazing, all the way around amazing. Very open to sharing, you know, what's going on in your world. What are you doing? How are they doing? Hey, wait, come here. See, I got a snag going.
Hey, how's it going?
What's going on?
Not too much. How are you? Good to see you.
Doing great. Thanks for
Aria.
so,
Aria, yeah.
Aria. So, Aria, what's going on at the show? What's happening?
All kinds of auto. You know, I just got here a little bit ago, but definitely there's a lot of different types of global shippers here. I'm really excited for the gala event later at the Art Institute, so hopefully it should be a good.
What time does that start?
It starts. They have a shuttle leaving at 5:30 for that. Starts at 6.
The Art Gala.
Yes, it'll be it'll be at the Art Institute, so it's going to be the gala for this event, so the president's reception.
And now you're here with, what was the name of your company again?
RCG Logistics.
RCG Logistics.
RCG
Yes.
Logistics. And
Okay, cool.
you're at the Finished Vehicle Logistics Conference, right?
Yes.
Supply chain.
Yes.
So what are you learning so far?
You know, I just got here, but I'm just seeing how big
Just
everything
got
is,
there.
you know, on a global standpoint, how much more it ties into so many other things, and even the cargo and the freight industry. So it's really just exciting to see all of that, I would say.
One of the things, like I'm a fish out of water here.
Mhm.
Like this is amazing. I love it. What, I was talking to a guy, Magna. Have you ever heard of Magna? Jay?
Magna. Aria Magna? I don't know. Magna?
Well, they're big.
No.
I didn't know who they were. They're bumpers and hatch lifts. Is that how you say it? So anyway, in the conversation with that guy, guess what comes up? Copart.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Aria. That's your arena, right?
Copart. No joke.
Yeah.
Lawrence was here. We're having lunch with a guy named Dave. I think it was Dave. I want to find him again. Super nice guy. Really excited to learn more about what we do. So all this stuff about logistics and supply and time and transparency, you're into that.
Yes.
So if you have somebody that wants a car transported,
Yeah.
they want to know when's it going to be here and where's it at. So with that, how do you tell your customer where the cars are?
We create portals for our clients. So most of the time, if it's a commercial client, at least for consumers, we don't necessarily need to do that. But generally speaking, you know, we have a form of tracking all of the vehicles with our drivers that are all contracted with us. So they're able to log in and see exactly where the car is at any given moment. With daily updates from the person who's going to be the person to contact for their account or for that particular move, you know, who's just always available to them at any time should they have any questions. So we do have tracking for that kind of stuff.
Wow.
All
That's
right.
big.
Follow-up question. Here's a follow-up question. Is this, is your TMS, your software, have you developed it in-house or is it a third-party service provider?
It's all in-house. Everything that we've
It's
built is
all in-house. There you go. That's actually what I thought you were going to say.
Yes.
Right? And then that, which also leads then to more innovation.
Pardon?
More
I was gonna say
innovation.
it leads to.
innovation. Yes.
How about this? When you talk to folks at the show, what's the good news from RCG Logistics right now? What are you excited about?
We just opened up our first office in South America last month. We're expanding globally right now into several other countries. I'm not going to say which countries right away, but we have a couple more coming up before the end of this year. So definitely expanding our global footprint, what we can offer to our current clients as well as new clients globally. So that's what I would say.
All right. Okay, then awesome. Follow up. What type of services then? What's your favorite service to promote in global automotive logistics? What's your favorite thing to promote from RCG?
My favorite thing, I mean, it's just like such a fun industry. I'm a car girl. I love cars. I love, being able to connect with other car people, especially even the power sport industry is really fun, going to visit, some of my clients who make off-roading vehicles and test driving those,
Wow, you get to test driving, really?
So that's a lot of fun. It's a really great industry. So,
a lot of fun. Good people.
Definitely good people, I would say. It's a great industry
Rich
to be in.
relationship industry.
It is. It's nice to wake up and love what you do and actually have relationships with the people that you can, be successful, but then share it with people you actually get along with is even better, right?
Yeah.
So.
And RCG Logistics is a big company. Right?
We're a medium-sized company, I would say.
You primarily a broker, is that correct?
We have 3 authorizations with DOT, so we do have owner-operator, freight forwarder, and broker authorizations. So we're able to do all 3. Yeah, but because of our different type of clientele base, a lot of it is generally, we have a lot of different types of equipment that's needed for certain things.
Because some of your moves are
Oh yeah, we don't.
inoperable vehicles.
Well, they're inoperable, but we do not just cars, but we do everything in the automotive industry. We do cars, boats, trucks, RVs, power sports.
Right now, you're in the supply chain from I'm learning terms.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
excited. Are you tier 1, tier 2?
We
Look at
do.
the big names I'm using, Jay.
But yeah, we do even military tanks, all kinds of stuff. So we move like anything big, small. I do. For the largest parts distributor in North America, I move about 98% of their inventory as well.
Say that one more time.
Parts distributor.
Parts
So car
distributor.
parts, so bumpers, things like that. So we also do that. So we do big, small, medium sized, operable, inoperable, whether it's in a crate, brand new, coming in out of the manufacturer, or being dismantled through, salvage processes and things like that. So
Wow. So at this point, yeah, you may as well
Every
talk
time.
to you're talking to everybody in the room now,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, yeah, that's good job. That's
Good job,
amazing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
thank you.
awesome.
Yeah, I met somebody yesterday. He said, I'm having a really hard time moving these cranes. I said, I bet you are. There's not a lot of people that specialize in that kind of stuff. So we'll be working on some things with that as well. But it's all, anything automotive related, we move. So.
You're in there. Didn't I hear you Ritchie Brothers too, right? You move equipment, big stuff.
Yeah, so they're not a direct client of mine, but I have to talk to them. I do stuff for them indirectly. So,
All
yes.
right. Well,
That's funny.
awesome.
I was just thinking Ritchie Brothers.
I just met them over at,
Yeah.
what was one of the last conferences?
Car
I was at?
conference. Car conference.
Car.
Yes.
Vegas.
I was just I came here straight from Texas. I was at another conference. I was at, it's in Dallas. No, I was in San Antonio yesterday at the Automotive Fleet and Lease Association event. So it's been
Aren't we? You were at the San Antonio IARA too, right?
I was, yes. I was at that NIADA as well
ADA.
as
What's ADA?
NIADA. So
NI,
yeah, it's a
National Independent
yeah.
Auto Dealers Association.
Yeah.
I know that one.
I go to all the conferences, so
That keeps you busy.
I guess you could say that, yeah.
Okay. Well, Aria,
Yes.
thank you so much for your time.
Thank you,
And thank you
Aria.
for RCG
Love it.
Logistics.
Thanks for saying
Put
hello.
the plug in there, RCG Logistics.
RCG Logistics.
We'll put it in your live chat for you.
Awesome. Great. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thanks,
Have a good one.
Aria. Thank you
See
so
ya.
much.
So there's your, I think we pretty much covered everything for now. I'm feeling pretty good about it. And I think we're doing this again
Yeah.
tomorrow. Is that right?
So we'll go again tomorrow. Pretty much similar schedule. What we'll do is today we went live at 2:30 Eastern. Tomorrow we'll go live at 3 Eastern. We'll do about an hour. And we'll powwow. We'll see if we can, just like at IARA, day 1 and day 2 were quite different. So we'll try to, what I would love? Day 2, I would love to, how you started with Neemish? I would love to see if we can get Richard or Christopher or somebody else that we don't know. But not today. we're done for today. We are gonna let.
Did I hear get more people?
Yeah, exactly. Not today.
Come on, wait.
You got one? Right, exactly.
Did I hear you want another?
Exactly. You know,
Hold on, let me just grab this guy right here. I want you to meet Andrew.
What is on
Hey,
this?
meet Andrew real quick.
Oh, hey, what's up, Andrew?
This is Andrew. Tammy.
Yeah.
Is it Tammy?
Yeah, you spoke with Tam?
Tammy blew you out. You didn't even have a chance. She just knocked it right out of the park.
Oh, perfect.
She gave us the big rundown on everything.
Well,
No, I wanted everybody. I told everybody I wanted everybody to meet Andrew because you're the guy that introduced me to
AFMS. That's right.
AFMS, guys, right here. Hi, sir. How are you?
AFMS.
What's your name?
My name is Cesar Garcia. I represent Transplace. I come from Mexico, Querétaro, pretty automotive-centric region.
Wow. Do you use the container guy, CHEP?
Actually, CHEP is a very well-known, recognized brand, all over Mexico.
I'm sorry. So you're transport?
Transplace.
Transplace. And what is it you do again?
4PL and capacity services.
That keeps you
Cross
busy.
border. Yeah.
And are you manufacturing? No.
No, we're just transportation service
Transportation. So
provider.
you pick it up in, say, Mexico and bring it back. Oh, and you were at a conference talking about that once, weren't you? Were you on
I've
stage?
been around, not in this time, but around.
I think Cesar was. I think we've seen you on stage.
In this conference,
No, not this one.
in other ones.
Us, 2019.
Probably.
Yeah. Because when I might have been talking, whatever it was, I was really impressed with how the fact you deal with getting stuff across. That's a big challenge.
cross-border. I have 35 years doing this cross-border business, and it's very interesting, challenging, and more every day.
Aha, do you go to Aha?
No, sir.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, Cesar.
Cesar Garcia.
He asked. Thank you, Cesar.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you so much.
You guys. Next time. See you. All right.
If you want to have your mind blown, go to an automotive logistics conference, right? It is like I mean, we drink from the fire hose regularly, but this you're drinking from a swimming pool, from an ocean. It's out of control. And you have to really try to get your wits about you because you never know what country you're going to be talking to next. You don't even know, are they in supply chain? Is it finished vehicle logistics? Is it tracking, data? I mean, you don't know. It's wild.
You don't
It's
know.
totally wild. And
You don't
it's
know.
funny. It gets kind of addictive because now it's like, who's next? Who can we
Yeah.
talk to now?
Well, I've got my airplane guys here. If you want to talk to him, I set him up and I told him I'd talk to him. He was gone, but he just showed up. Let's do just a quick
Yeah,
airplane
no, let's
guy.
do it. Bring him in. Hey, man.
I want a quick airplane guy.
Give me another
This-
round.
you want to talk about blow you away? Wait till you hear this business. This will really fry your brain. Let me see if he's ready yet. We're going to see. He's got somebody sitting in front of him. John? Hey. They moved you? Oh, so we need to get there.
All right, so if you're just joining us live, Ty's going for another one. Maybe not.
One
Ty.
more.
Okay, he's got one on the line. So we're gonna do one more live interview at the exhibition booth space. Here we go.
You got time
It's
for
all
this?
you, Ty.
Are you sure? Okay. This is my new friend I met. Kenneth, correct? Keenan?
Yes, that's right.
Keenan.
How are you
So
doing?
I keep
Hey,
this
how's it
close 'cause
going?
We have to be able to hear him. That's Jay, my partner. Remember I was telling you we have the YouTube channel?
Yeah.
So we're here educating our friends, our family. And I tell everybody about these airplanes. See this airplane behind us, guys? Okay, what is that?
That is a Falcon jet.
It's a Falcon
20. Absolute workhorse in the domestic Go Now charter space. We use these aircraft quite frequently. They can go down into Mexico. They can go up into Canada. These have about a 5,000 pound payload. And yeah, just a great workhorse on the aircraft.
So explain to us what happens. Normal day at your place.
Yeah, so we are essentially a time-critical logistics provider. specifically offering charter services and hand carries. So when oftentimes, when a manufacturer has a line down situation and they need to get some material on site, within hours, they'll come reach out to us, and we use our vast network of operators within the US and globally to source the most appropriate and nearest aircraft to complete the job. We set everything up from pickup to delivery at the final destination. We set up ground handling. We'll schedule the crews, get all the permits in place if needed, if it's an international flight. We're just your one-stop shop for charters. Thank you.
We just have to do business with us. You need something really hot.
And I like how you got the plane. You're showing us the plane. You're showing.
Wait. We're
go
gonna
ahead.
watch
Go
a
ahead.
live business deal. Hold on. We're negotiating water bottles.
Wow.
Here we go.
Let's negotiate. We're negotiating water bottles with Jim.
We'd like all the 747s you got.
All right. So, Jim asked, Keenan, say your name again. Keenan. Jim asked Keenan a question. Can I have a water bottle? Yeah, sure. Take all you want.
Sure.
Then I said, but wait. We need to do business. So you said, have you heard of DSV?
Oh.
What's DSV?
It's a nice small freight forwarder out of Denmark.
Out of Denmark, okay. Yeah. Did you hear that? So
we bought Panalpina, UTI,
UTI.
Utility. Yeah.
Okay. We're YouTube guys, car haulers. We connect dealers, auctions, and carriers. Okay. We come to this conference. We're friends with Automotive Logistics Media Partners. So when we come here, our mind is blown. Because we're simple people. We just load cars and unload.
Got it.
So when we meet people like you and you, we can't keep ourselves together because it's something we don't get to see, talk about here, or even know exists. So do you ever have problems trying to get something delivered?
Not too often.
Not too often. You gotta take care of it.
Not too often.
Nope.
You know
I
what?
don't.
It's something I ordered from Amazon because it never comes on time. My wife's stuff get all right sometimes.
Yeah.
I was going to say, my wife's shit, but then we can.
It's a family channel. It's okay. we use profile names.
All right.
Thank you
And
so
so,
much, Jim.
I want to say this: the point here today. Thank you. The point here today is we're capturing live what we see at the show, right? For those that can't be there, now we have it on tape.
Okay, now we interrupted Keenan, which was rude.
Yeah.
But
That
we
was
actually got
rude.
to talk to DSV.
DSV, yes. Yeah, we've done some work with DSV.
So there's again, you're seeing relationship, right? They met somewhere along the way. And I'm sorry, where did you drop off?
Yeah, we were talking about kind of just the process of setting a flight up, and all the working pieces that have to be put together in order to make it a smooth operation. But yeah, we are essentially a one-stop shop where we will set everything up for you from the pickup to the delivery, and you're in good hands with us.
So how about this? Can we get a real world example of something you've done lately to help an OEM in trouble, without naming names? Right?
Yeah. So like I was mentioning earlier, a line down situation happens quite frequently.
Line down. Okay.
Line down.
Line down means
a manufacturing assembly line. It has run out of a certain type of material, and the assembly line is essentially halted. They can no longer, continue any of their manufacturing processes. That's, obviously quite a significant cost that the manufacturer is incurring. So they, they balance the loss and gain, and oftentimes realize that despite the high cost of a charter, it is the optimal choice in order to get their line back up and running.
So I think we just learned we could be somewhere and be like, line down, and then we know we need.
And they call us right away.
Yeah.
Call Keenan.
Yeah. Right. That's right.
Call Keenan. If your line goes down,
I will add in.
Ooh, That should be on the business card.
We also do provide hand carry services. Essentially, an onboard courier who flies on a commercial airline, essentially carrying your package on their lap. We've had couriers who have flown with up to 40 boxes individually. So they've actually, they kind of package them all together in a big burlap sack and check the luggage. And then they can travel internationally, domestically, and again, they'll pick up a rental car once they arrive and deliver it right to site.
This one's cool because I learned this one in 2019. I was like, can I have that job? Or you're just sitting at home, you get a phone call.
Yep.
I need you to get on the plane now. Where am I going? Doesn't matter. We're just going.
And we're always looking for more couriers. So if anyone's interested in becoming a courier,
it's like the undercover James Bond or Jason Statham, where you got to get the mission accomplished. Go, go, go.
And it's very, very fast.
Yeah. So when you sign up for that job that we're talking about, the carrier.
Yep. You're essentially on call 24/7.
When it rings, you go.
Yeah.
Now that
so have
is
your
fun.
bag packed.
Dude. And I just made a note. So there it is. Line down, call Keenan.
Call Keenan. Line down, call Keenan. We're going to promote the heck out of that.
Awesome. Thank you, man. That was awesome.
That was good. Thanks a lot.
That was cool.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks,
we'll talk
Keenan.
to you later.
All right,
get out of here without breaking anything.
All
okay,
right.
that's it.
Well,
I can keep going for hours, but
I know you could.
At some point.
Yeah. At some point, you got to. The line is down.
We don't want to line down.
We got to line down, man.
Right.
Great job today. We'll talk later. We'll work on day 2. Great stuff. Keep the photos coming. And keep on rocking, man. Thank you so much, dude.
Oh, wait. Oh.
Uh-oh. He's
I just
got another
saw
one.
No. Check this out. Detroit looks like they had car haulers on here.
Where?
A second ago.
Really? Up on the screen?
Yeah,
okay,
let's say Detroit on it.
It'll come
back. Let me see if it comes back.
Oh, Detroit. Oh.
Logistics LLC.
Yeah, and we saw these. Let's keep watching. But we saw Detroit up on the banner behind the show. Yeah. Okay, there's Christopher.
Yeah, with
all
Augustine.
Right. Okay. Let's see what we got here.
I don't know if you can make it go fast forward, but
no, it's okay.
Pretty interesting.
No, you're good. So it's DetroitLogistics.com. I'm gonna look up the. We got containers. All right, and it looks like they're based out of Mexico. Detroit Logistics. I got the website here, and I'm just seeing. Door to door. It's a fleet.
So anyways, so yeah, that's like I said,
I don't know. Are they in Car Hall? I don't know.
We'll find out.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to find out. So we'll stay tuned because now that thing loops. So I don't know, man.
Might have to rope this guy on here to find out. See what they say.
But I'm up on the website here about services, door-to-door, international, expedited. Yeah, it's interesting. There's a lot of expedited at Automotive Logistics.
Well, it's a big deal. Expedited.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Here, do you see it?
I didn't see the car. Oh, here, the car hauler's coming.
I don't know. I just saw.
No, we're back. I'll tell you what. Line down, Ty. Line down.
I'm down.
Line down.
We'll catch him later.
Yeah, man. We'll catch him later.
You ready to pack it up?
Yeah. So that's it. That's day 1. It's in the books. Thank you so much, man. Go enjoy yourself. Thank Lawrence for me, and we will see you tomorrow.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Okay, man. Thanks, dude. I'll talk to you later. And everybody out there in TV land for joining us today, thank you so much. We do appreciate it. We know we're testing your patience. You're used to it. You're watching Auto Transport Intel. I'm Jay, your host. That's Ty. He's live at ALSCLIVE in Detroit. Be sure and post on social media, and you'll see some shots of the conference. And otherwise, chip shortage, That net zero stuff, right? And then there's EV and batteries and craziness. Thank you guys so much. We will see you tomorrow, day 2, Automotive Logistics and Supply Chain Global Live. Take care, everybody.